Hey, welcome back to our channel, Info Not Wars. Before I forget, if you don't mind, please subscribe. Thank you. Wanted to go over something with you that we have learned through overlanding, which is something that we have started to do now a little more, and we're going to go over that complete setup in the future. But right now, what we learned was about inflation. Now, we don't air up beds and those types of things. However, flats happen. And if it's not to us, we've run across people that have had flats in the past. So having a way to air the tire up, is key. And most people that I have found anyway do not check their spare tire. So typically you pull the spare down, it's good, but it's flat. So check your spare. Now, what we started with was just a little small air compressor. The ones that you buy, they're even smaller than this, obviously take forever to get 5 pounds out of. This I thought would be a much better option. Harbor Freight Pittsburgh. I had to buy the, I didn't have to, but I decided to buy a better hose, fittings and so forth. And in this type of setup, and if you'll notice the battery clamps on it, you know, they're pretty cheap. I mean, it's Chinese stuff. So with that, there's pros and cons. Obviously, it's much smaller, so it's easier to for one person to move around, to store, those types of things.
Because you pack a lot when you overland.
Yes, well, you do. You absolutely have to find every little nook and cranny in your vehicle to put stuff. This gets incredibly hot. I mean incredibly hot. So if you're trying to air up one tire from, let's say, 20 pounds to 35 or so, to get that 15 pounds of air, you are not going to take this and put it right into the bag and expect it not to melt the bag. And I mean, the fitting gets hot. Yeah. The compressor, obviously the little head here gets hot. And so you have to be very careful with this type of setup here. Now, most people don't understand that these compressors are not designed to inflate not just the tire, but to raise the vehicle. So if you've got a vehicle that's really heavy, especially if it's got a lot of overlanding stuff in it, these compressors are not designed to do that. They're not designed to lift the truck or car, whatever you're in. So it takes a very long time unless you can jack the vehicle up, then air the tire up. It doesn't take nearly as long, not nearly as much strain, but obviously you don't want to jack up all 4 corners and do all of that. So we decided to invest in something a little better. Actually, we hope a lot better. We didn't realize that by traveling dirt roads and off-road, the comfort of airing down that it provides. And so just going 10, 15, 20 PSI, depending on what you start out, can really make a difference in the ride quality.
Yeah.
And then when you got all your stuff, you know, and you're bouncing all that around, and so it's easier on the equipment as a whole. So we looked around and came across Morrflate. Now, a couple of things about Morrflate real fast before we get into it. I'm not going to go over all the specs and so forth. There's a lot of other people that go over that and do a much better job. However, customer service. So I ordered everything. So I ordered the compressor, the hose. Thank you, Vanna. The hose, it came with a pair of gloves, which were on back order. Well, I didn't realize that this was the only thing that was shipping. The compressor and the gloves were back ordered. So I sent a quick email and said, hey, I didn't realize that it was back ordered. And the Morrflate representative, Mr. Rose, I believe, was fantastic. And so very quick to respond. Sorry for the confusion and so forth, because the emails were a little weird, but I requested, he suggested first, he said, hey, how about you looking at one of our other vendors and see if they've got some compressors in stock. He was quite sure that they did. And so as the customer who's already paid, I said in my email, do you think that you could contact them if they could send me one of theirs, and then you backfill their inventory because these were coming in the middle of this month, October? And he said, sure, no problem. Well, there was a place out of California, which is where's Morrflate is from as well, and it's Sierra Adventure Vans. And so they were very, very kind to send us this compressor with no additional cost. They put it in a box and shipped it to us. And so either one, Morrflate or Sierra Adventure Vans, either one of those places, if you're in California or abroad and you need something, please give them an opportunity to earn your business. Now, a couple of things that I didn't realize just how cheap the alligator clips are on the Pittsburgh compared to what the Morrflate are. Yeah, there's kind of a so much better in my opinion. And then obviously this has a handle, you know, that you can move down, the digital readout, you can set your pressure, and Morrflate has a lot of good videos for you to go and check out, and they'll show you how to use all of this. So you would strictly use this to air down, and then of course you're going to use this to air up. Quick connect chucks. So if you do have somebody, for instance, I'm going to pick on my wife for a second.
Yeah.
But if you've got somebody, that's not the end,
Got it.
that you're trying to put air in the tire, and you have to hold this on there, and anybody that's used any kind of air chuck, you know, it's all over the place, and the air, and it just takes much longer. Well, now it's much easier that because we've learned through overlanding, the more we help one another, the quicker things get done and so forth. One person could go grab this portion of it, which, you know, comes with your bag there. They can do all of their stuff. Someone else can grab the compressor, set it down, hook it all up, and get ready to go. So we're really looking forward to using this and airing up and down much more often now. So like I said, couldn't say enough about Morrflate, their customer service, as well as Sierra
Adventure
Vans. Thank you guys for watching. I already said subscribe.
No, but like usually
Okay.
it goes at the end.
Please subscribe. They haven't even watched to the end.
That's like no faith in your viewers.
Well, hey, so appreciate you guys stopping in and checking our channel out.
They're not stopping.
Yeah, it's true. So why do I keep saying that? Why do I keep saying a couple of things?
I don't know. It's just one.
Okay, it's just one thing.
I mean, if there's two. I like the way you intro though.
Blicky, blicky.
Don't do that. He's gonna put
Okay.
that in the thing.